So I think we had some very interesting discussions about the impact of climate stress and on conflict and on the borderlands that we've been looking at. I think the key thing that comes away is that we still need to do a lot more research to understand the localized impacts and how those might differ from border area to border area and what kind of policy responses would be most effective. So our research focuses very much on the role of women and gender in natural resource management and in managing climate-related conflicts. And we find that there's still a huge gap in terms of understanding really that the role that women play in these kind of conflicts, in mitigating and preventing these conflicts, but also in terms of really truly understanding the impacts, especially in terms of disaggregating and understanding kind of women not as one whole group, but rather understanding women as women from different communities, women of different age groups, women from rural or urban areas, etc. So we feel a lot more research needs to be done to understand the nuances there. So I think to understand the impact of existing initiatives that have been undertaken, especially to involve women in conflict resolution and peace building when it comes to these climate and resource related conflicts, we need longer term funding, because at the moment I think one of the biggest gaps is understanding the impact of existing interventions. And that's not possible if people are getting funding that lasts for 1 year. So I think really we need to be seeing much more longer term funding to be able to properly measure the impact of the work that's being undertaken, to see what works, to then be more effective in future interventions. So again, I think firstly we need to look at the region in a much more localized manner, and I think one of the goals of the workshop was to do that, right? To understand the different border areas and understand that they are, while they might have some similarities in general, there are also many specifics related to a particular area. I think beyond that we also again need to understand the role of different groups. So it's not enough to just say instability, but are we looking at women, are we looking at youth, are we looking at persons with disabilities, persons of different ethnicities, etc., and how they're impacted, and also the role that they can play in mitigation. So I think it's about disaggregating that data and really understanding how different groups play a role both in driving conflict and in resolving it as well. So I think that there is a great deal of very important research going on, and I think the takeaway is that we all need to get together more often, honestly, to learn about what other people are doing and to bring that research together, because I think that's the only way that we can really learn from each other.